Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Richmond Raceway for the 9th race of the NAMAR Mountain Dew Code Red Series Season 3. On the pole for the first time this year is Ryan Brommer, winner of the coin toss between him and outside pole sitter Matthew Logan, who finally got a heat win on the season. So Junior Motorsports, every driver with one heat win at least. Rich and Braxton have two apiece. Now all Logan has to do is join his brethren in victory lane. In row 2 is Johnny Gardner and Enzo Nerezza. Nerezza with a great qualifying effort here today at Richmond. We'll see if he can turn it around after last week and get into victory lane. Row 2 are the other RCR cars. Audra Baranowskis and Dylan Young, teammates to Ryan Brommer. They start 5th and 6th in row 3. Row 4 is Alan Cavanero and Jonathan Zorlin. And in row 5 we've got Cole Deaver starting 9th with Nico Tringali to his right side. If we look at our points and look at Deaver, his average starting position is a 20.5. So a pretty good qualifying effort here for Deaver. He's 28th in points. He hasn't had a top 10 yet. And I mean, compared to teammate Ellison, who has a win on the year, along with 3 top 10s, 2 of which are 2 top 10 finishes aside from that win. He needs to pick it up. Ellison's been dropping lately. He's been getting bad luck. He's down to 17th in points, but Deaver's 28th. He's nowhere near 20th place right now. And for a team that's won a race, they're really expecting more out of this driver. As we look at the points coming into tonight, or today I should say, Dylan Young has a 52-point lead over Andrew Rich, 55 over Matthew Logan, 63 over Hunter Braxton, and then 79 over Eli Bright. Dale Lightning came in 6th in points, so Junior Motorsports was 2nd to 6th coming in. However, Lightning had a problem in his heat race. He's missed out on the race today, so he will most likely fall in the standings. We'll get to the rest of the top 20 in a second.
Y'all come say it with me. Drivers, start your engine!
Command to fire the engines has been given. So look at the rest of your standings. Skycom in 7th in points, Cement Oskin 8th, Nico Tringali 9th, and Ryan Brommer, your pole sitter, is in 10th. 11th to 20th real quick, RJ Bishop missing out today. Audra Baranowskis, Enzo Nerezza, Jonathan Sorlin, Quinton Moore, Zachary Fitzwater Sr., James Ellison, Bobo Jones, Seth Cole, and Adam Flickinger. 80 laps of green flag racing. Who gets to victory lane today? Green flag is out and we're underway at Richmond. And the officials have fixed the tire wear issue, so drivers will have to be careful with their tires here in the main event. We'll see how that impacts the racing. Logan was able to clear from 2nd and get down behind Ryan Brommer. So Logan wasting no time trying to get that first win of the season. To the inside of Brommer he goes. And to the lead with ease goes the 9. There's already been a wreck. Owen Fitzwater, who had a great finish last week, is involved. Wyatt Anderson's front end is crumpled. He's coming down pit road. Jackson King has a crumpled front end. Surprised he's not coming down pit road. That front end is really smashed in. Benny Watson maybe with some piece of this incident. Benjamin Ice. Cole Baker on pit road. It looks like he didn't even take the green yet. Boyles is at the back, and that appears to be the extent of it. As I think there's a problem for Fernandez. She's coming down pit road. What a turn of events so far, and Cole Baker, yep, has not taken the green flag. King has come down. He got rid of the hood. As Matthew Logan leads the field, Eli Bright doing terrible right now, 27th place. Got to find a way to get to the bottom. It looks like it is a bottom line track for sure. Anyone stuck on the top is losing positions. About Marty Johnson in the top 20. Talked about this team really needs to get together as Eli Bright just about got spun out. It looks like he gets it together. He's going to get into Brian Tremblay. Not sure if that was the car who almost hooked him around. But what a save by Eli Bright, kept it off the wall. And Cole Baker has officially started this race. So Marty Johnson's going to crack the top 15 here today at Richmond. Trying to get a good finish. They've missed so many races. They've really got to get it going. Colt Hudson running in the top 15 yet again. Andrew Rich up to 10th place. Or actually no, he's in 11th. Baranowskis fell to 10th. Mendez in 9th. Sorlin 8th. Commons, Young, that's 7th, 6th. Cole Deaver's running in 5th place. What a run for this 10 car. Cavanero 4th. Gardner 3rd. And Brommer in 2nd. You can see the tire wear just 3 laps in. It's very apparent. So Matthew Logan pulled away with this race lead. Wyatt Anderson retired due to his damage, so he will finish in 40th. And if we look at the points standings, Anderson came in 44th in the points. Johnson comes in 46th. Rowe 47th. Those are some of the drivers behind Anderson. However, Anderson with 44 points on the season, Johnson at 36. So Johnson will likely clear Anderson depending where he finishes, but Rowe's only at 10 points, so Rowe's going to need a lot more if he's going to gain in the standings, as Johnny Gardner has passed Ryan Brommer for 2nd place. Cavanero is going to look for 3rd. Gets it at the line, barely. The field has spaced themselves out. We're going to take a step aside. We'll be back here shortly from Richmond. Your top 5, Matthew Logan, Johnny Gardner, Alan Cavanero, Ryan Brommer, and Cole Deaver. See y'all soon. Welcome back to Richmond. Matthew Logan still leading this race. Johnny Gardner 2nd, Cavanero 3rd, Brommer 4th, and now Jonathan Zorlin up to 5th place. Rest of your top 10 rundown: Edwin Mendez, Andrew Rich, Cole Deaver, Dylan Young, and Audra Baranowskis. No new retirees. Cole Baker 7 laps down after whatever was wrong on his machine at the start of the race. 2 laps down includes Jackson King and Zoe Fernandez. It's Andrew Rich closing up on the bumper of Mendez. So battle here for 6th place. And Rich, despite back end damage, set the fastest lap time last race at Martinsville. So he rallied back to a 14th place finish. After the team had to call the tow truck, they lost 2 laps. And they almost got one of them back over the course of the run. So far so good here today in 7th place. Deaver 8th, Baranowskis 9th. Young has fallen to 10th, and here comes Casey Nanako looking for that position. He'll fall in line. He kind of cuts off Braxton as Daniel Voiles has blown up. his day is over. Looking at the list, oh, a header gone bad for Daniel Boyle. So 1 week after a top 10 finish, he'll end up at worst 39th. So that's a tough break for the 24 team. Ooh, Braxton getting a little loose off of 2 as he gets right to the bumper of Nanako. We'll go through the rest of your top 20 here. Nanako 11th, Braxton in 12th, Commons 13th, 14th Adam Flickinger, 15th is Jesse Turner, 16th Nico Tringali, so the Roush car is 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th is Colt Hudson, 18th James Ellison, trying to rebound, Eli Bright up to 19th, he was 27th the last time we looked at him, and running in 20th is Enzo Nerezza. Go through the rest of the field. Why not? Seth Cole, 21st place. Marty Johnson, 22nd. 23rd is Bobo Jones. 24th, Quentin Moore. 25th, Cement Oskin. Martin Weil, 26th. Brian Tremblay, 27th. Peter Onjak, 28th. Alexander Rowe, 29th. Frodemar Otts is 30th. Corey Riggs, 31st. Donovan Cage, 32nd. Benny Watson, 33rd. Benjamin Ice, 34th. And that does it for your drivers on the lead lap. It's just going a lap down now was Zachary Fitzwater Sr. He is actually on pit road. Unsure if there was another incident. He might have gotten dumped. I wouldn't put it past race leader Matthew Logan. You know, we saw what happened last week at Martinsville. These drivers know, hey, if you're a lap down and you don't get out of my way, it's not costing me a win. Possibility the 9 dumped the 39 because he would not move. And Logan now with a near 5-second lead over Johnny Gardner. And we'll see if Fitzwater is indeed out due to damage. And we will check back on what actually happened to him at the conclusion of the race. But you can see Logan's already on the bumper of another lapper in the form of Benjamin Ice. And Logan putting on a clinic here today as he passes the 78 with ease. Looking at our fastest times, the top time is Sorlin. A 6.93, wow, that's insane. See what Logan's able to pull out of his hat when he's got 4 fresh tires. We're closing in on halfway. Once we complete our lone pit stop cycle, we're going to take our second and most likely final break. For the meantime, we are here. We are at Richmond International Raceway. Well, they don't call it International anymore. It's just Richmond Raceway. Sorlin up to 4th, Rich up to 5th. As Brommer has fallen down to 8th, according to our ticker. Nope, now he's down to 9th. Casey Nanako into the top 10. He's in 8th. Falling out of the top 10 was Cole Deaver. He's down to 12th. 6-second lead for Matthew Logan. Gardner's got a bumper full of Cavanero and Sorlin. So let's actually go back to the 00 as he passes. Oh, he and Cavanero have just passed Johnny Gardner. So that moves Cavi up to 2nd and Sorlin up to 3rd. See if anyone has the speed to catch Matthew Logan. It so far doesn't look like anyone does. So Gardner falls to 4th. There's Rich running in 5th. As the tire wear really begins to spread out this field and see who is fast and who is slow. actually halfway. We could expect pit stops any time now. Cavanero in second. Sorlin's right on his bumper. They're trying to peel away from Gardner, who really drifted up the track in turn 2 that time. And here it is, battle for second place. Sorlin to the inside of Cavanero. And you can see the top line just not there at all. And Sorlin moves up to second place. So the top 3, Chevy, Ford, Toyota. Another Ford in the form of Gardner and a Chevy in the form of Rich. That's the top 5. Does Sorlin have anything for Logan? It was a 7-second lead. He closed in that time. But it's going to take a lot. Logan's working through lap traffic as he puts Jackson King 3 laps down, and it looks like Fitzwater might have just had another mechanical problem like someone else, as according to our results ticker, the ignition failed on the 39 machine. So that is the second mechanical failure of the day. And here on lap 44, here comes Matthew Logan to pit road. Sorlin will pit this time by as well. Eli Bright came down the lap before, as did some others, Ryan Brommer, Enzo Nerezza, and Audra Baranauskas. We'll see how Logan's pit stop fares. As you see multiple drivers in pit road. And Logan out and away already. Cavanero elected to stay out. It looks like he was the only one going one more lap. Maybe no, Samet Oskin, Quinton Moore. Coming back around, it looks like Logan will maintain the race lead. We'll see how many drivers are now a lap down. And 2 Logan's inside is Brian Tremblay. 34 laps to go. Matthew Logan holding on to the lead. And wow, Cavanero lost a lot of time. Logan with an 8-second lead over Gardner. Baranauskas 3rd, Rich 4th, Mendez 5th. Dylan Young, Ryan Brommer, Casey Nanako, Hunter Braxton, and Jesse Turner. That's the top 10. Cavanero lost a ton of time. He falls all the way down to 19th. Very painful pit stop for the 18 team. Meanwhile, Jonathan Sorlin has fallen to 34th, so the car that looked like would challenge Logan running into an issue. Cole Deaver, Sky Convent, Seco Tringali, all with issues as well. We're going to take a step aside, and we'll be back from Richmond here in a bit. We are back here at Richmond. We're taking 25 to go this time by. Matthew Logan continuing to lead the field here at Richmond. Johnny Gardner 2nd, Baranauskas 3rd. The 1, 2, 3, 4 cars are 4th to 7th, so that's Rich, Young, Brommer, and Mendez. 8th is Nanako. 9th is Bobo Jones, and 10th is Eli Bright, as Logan is about to put Cavanero a lap down in 18th place. Big time problems for several drivers who were having great days. And we're hearing that they got penalties for some reason. They entered pit road wrong or something happened and they got penalized for it. So a tough break for Sorlin, Deaver, Tringali, and Commons. Also might have been the reason Cavanero lost so much time, but then again, Cavi stayed out one extra lap and likely had to deal with the traffic of pit road. But Logan has dominated here today. This will certainly help him out in terms of locking up a playoff spot and proving to his team that he can win a race. As the Chevy driver list without wins is seriously beginning to shrink. Young has won twice. Andrew Rich, Eli Bright, Hunter Braxton, James Ellison, Ryan Brommer, and Dale Lightning have all won once. Logan wins today. He'll add his name to the list. That will leave RCR driver Audra Baranauskas, who has yet to make it to victory lane. Ellison's teammate Deaver. And then a ton of Chevrolet drivers, including but not limited to Quinton Moore, Colt Hudson, Zachary Fitzwater Sr., Corey Riggs, Bobo Jones, Edwin Mendez, Joshua Sekuli, Seth Cole, and some others, like Peter Onjak and Marty Johnson. Less than 20 laps away from victory lane is the 9 of Matthew Logan. And there's no signs that anyone can stop him. Nanako is in 7th place now. Mendez falls to 8th. Jesse Turner 10th. As Logan will put Peter Onjak one lap down. This race has been pretty tame compared to last week. Had one spin in the form of whatever happened to the 55 and the 99. Other than that, it's been pretty relaxed. A lot of good short track passing action going on here. Next week we head to Nazareth, the final track in the short track stead. That'll be a 57 lap main event with 2 12-lap heat races to decide the field. And then we will go back to tracks a mile and above. We start with Pocono, which will be sure to give us an interesting event. Followed by that, it's Dover and Trenton, with our first super speedway race since Dega in the form of Coca-Cola. That will be an interesting event for sure. And then we begin the road course stretch: Papyrus, Cape Cod, Burlington, Watkins Glen, and Island Rally. The international trek comes next. One oval in the form of Rio. Back to road courses: Kyalami, Yas Marina, Tula, and then the Puco double header before we return to West Coast, United States. Arrive in the West Coast, United States, I should say. We haven't been in the West Coast yet this season. Ten laps to go for Matthew Logan. This race has gone by pretty fast. It's only been 25 minutes. Gardner in second. Rich is up to third. Young up to fourth. Brommer in fifth as Baranauskas falls to sixth. 8 laps to go. As Logan approaches teammate Eli Bright, who's running 14th. And lately, these past few weeks, it's really been a how many drivers can I lap as I pull away from the rest of the field. Cavanero has rebounded to 6th. Has anyone else rebounded through the field? Commons up to 26th place. But meanwhile, Tringali, Deaver, and Zorlin have gained nothing. And there's Zorlin by himself. Same with Deaver. And Tringali, it looks like, might finally get a position here from Donovan Cage, as Young and Brommer have passed Andrew Rich for positions. Gardner all by himself up in 2nd. There's Commons. How about Alexander Rowe running in 24th? Great day for this team. This is their 3rd race of the season, I believe. Yep. They will be the only driver to make 3 races on the year. Everyone else has pretty much made 4 at the most, except for St. Beckett. So Beckett and Rowe have had the biggest struggles this season. 3 laps to go at the start-finish line. Commons into 25th. They'll take 24th away from Rowe here. So Commons, who was outside of the top 30 at the start of the run, has really gained some positions here. At the end of this thing, he might have a chance at 23rd, but that's probably going to be it. Time has run out. Marty Johnson's in 16th place. Logan all over the bumper of Adam Flickinger as he takes the white flag here at Richmond. Will it be 12 or 13 drivers finishing the event on the lead lap? It looks like it's going to be 12. To the inside goes Matthew Logan. And taking his first checkered flag of the season, Matthew Logan will win at Richmond. Now here's an interesting statistic. This is the first win for a front row driver since Ellison won from the front row back at North Wilkesboro. Ellison also started in 2nd, like Matthew Logan did here today. And this marks the 3rd time a front row driver has won this season. And every time it's happened, it has been the driver who started in 2nd. So we have not had a driver win from the pole yet in season 3. So once again, congratulations to Matthew Logan. Johnny Gardner coming home 2nd. Dylan Young 3rd. Ryan Brommer 4th. Andrew Rich will get 5th. And the rest of your top 10, Audra Baran-Auskas, Casey Nanako, Edwin Mendez, Bobo Jones, and Jesse Turner. With that, I will see you guys next week up in Pennsylvania for Nazareth.